From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. The 40, 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, first and 10 at the 20. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty.
It's just me and you.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
And brings up second down at the 24-yard line.
They'll come up second and 6 now from the 24.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Bring it. Bring it.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce in all of his 340-pound glory gets the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on second and long. Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, You just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Here's Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Dalton throwing on second down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Now Dalton. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
36, 33. Check 99. Check 99.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. 31 yards there and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in and up.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, Jackson throwing the out route Incomplete. It's Andrews. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing, Dalton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
Here's Dalton. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this 1st half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
We take a look ahead at what's to come later tonight. Sunday Night Football, it'll be the Vikings and the Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And then tomorrow night, we've got the Seahawks and the Niners from Levi's Stadium. And we were in the Bay Area for the Raiders on Thursday night. Now right back out to watch the Niners on Monday night.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Jackson now. Over the middle here to Brown. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Ready. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Rush in.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On the double. 50 seconds left. Get him. Get him. Anyway. Joker. Out. Go. The motion was the motion. Chill. Check. Crunch.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Edwards. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Kill. Check it out, free. No.
On third down, Johnson. He showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Tucker's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. He rifles one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ricky. Switch. Henry.
After the interception, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It's a gain of 35. First down, Baltimore.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's get it.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, second and long.
Check safety, check safety.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And the lead stretches, 16-3 now. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, here we go. Watch twist. Watch twist. 1, 2, 3.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check pass, check pass.
Dalton here from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Airing one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Joe Mixon, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Dalton, 1st and 10. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Hey, let's up. We need peas. Let's go. Cross the slant. Let's up.
To throw here, Dalton. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. They go play action here on 1st down. To the left side here for Eifert. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The mic.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Andy Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Chance up. VAC.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
45.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But the last one, man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Calais Campbell on the stop.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Cordero Patterson. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Cordero Patterson, 98 yards. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Mixon, twisting away. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a play fake here on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. David Johnson. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is now 2.
Makes the score Ravens 29, Bengals 27.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
368.
Here's Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 49-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
I smell fear in that offense.
Watch safety 366. Pull it. Safety screaming. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Come on, let's go.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. On third down, it's Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, Jackson rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. On first down, Johnson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. David Johnson. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Tight end right. 3 down.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not any chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So Dalton now. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is down to 2. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go to Johnson again. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Ravens on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. They run from the pistol with Ingram. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This from 54 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Baltimore, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.